He said he like the instance. You getting your Badu vibes up.
Yo, I'll get my vibes up, yo. The
Get them yeah,
vibes up.
get them Yasin vibes up and tell them Target song rapping ass niggas.
So many SKUs. Look at all of these SKUs. Look at all these products. There's so many SKUs. So many. So many
Yeah,
SKUs. Look at all these products.
man,
Look at all these products.
I know this ain't a hip hop podcast, bro, but that whole Mos Def and Drake thing is like taking over the internet for the last few days, and
Yes.
I just don't
Yes.
understand why people are so upset about it. Like I'm like, think about what he said, yo. Tell me he lying. Like, tell me
Nah,
he
he's
lying.
not lying. I mean, nah, he's not lying. He's a like Drake can spit. Don't get me wrong. Aubrey can spit your face off.
For
You know
sure.
what I mean? I'm not gonna take that away. But he definitely has his lane. He's one of these young boys, he's one of these young boy goats. You know what I mean? Like
Oh
in
yeah.
regards to he's the he came in off of the Lil Wayne for a long stretch of time, was at the top of a lot of people's list
Thanks.
for a for a minute. You do you
Yeah.
remember those days when
Oh
mom was like, "Yo,
yes.
Wayne, yo, Wayne, yo," the Carters and the I forget he had a little round of mixtapes that he was
Oh
putting. I
yeah.
forget what they were called.
That dedication mixtape was crazy. Um,
Dedication mixtape.
oh, that was wild shit. Yeah, he
Yep.
went on like '08. Like Wayne was going stupid.
Right. Right.
He was going
Right.
stupid.
Agreed.
I can't even lie. Yeah, that shit real. That shit real. Yeah, I feel it. I mean, yeah. I I I find it weird that something as simple as that statement got so many people like in an uproar. And I was like, dog, all he said was never mind. It's okay. That day, it is what it is. Like niggas will find a reason to argue about anything. I do believe, especially in the internet era. So
Well, I mean, when you look at hip hop, Drake is in the is hip. I'm not going to say he's not hip hop, but he is
like,
more pop than he is hip hop.
yeah. Like he ain't the first person to pop in my head when I think hip hop. So like I definitely think Most Def or Yasin Bey, my apologies, before I think Drake when I think hip hop, when I
Oh,
think
it's a fact.
MC, when I, you know what
It's
I'm
a
saying?
fact. It's a fact. But I don't think Drake singing on records is no different than Yasin singing on Umi Says.
True that. True that. I think I did say this though because I saw him he brought up Umi Says and I said, yeah, but the intent of the record is what
Right.
makes it different. Like you're both
Right.
singing, but what are you
Right.
singing about and what is he singing about? You know
I
what
know
I'm
we're supposed to
saying?
be talking about sports, but this week I went on a rabbit hole and I just started listening to Rockets releases all week.
Oh, no doubt.
The era of Rockets, like the 95 to '05
Love
era
them.
of Rockets records.
Man, that had to be
Good
fun.
time. That
That
was a
had to
good
be
time.
fun. Yeah,
That was
hell
good
yeah.
time. Good
Hell
fucking
yeah.
time.
Man, I miss that shit. Yeah, like I miss it, but at the same time, I can appreciate the evolution of the culture at the same time. Like unlike a lot of guys from our class feel some type of way about shit, but I'm like, dog, you got to understand. Like if you see if you watch the world change, you would understand why hip hop changed the way it did. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
I think I was watching, and what's crazy, I was watching a clip or a reel from the Kelsey brothers, from
oh no doubt,
Travis and Jason,
no
and
doubt.
he was talking about the music, the locker room music now. And they was like, he asked one of the brothers, asked, "Yo, so how you doing with the locker room music that the players choose to listen to these days?" They was just, both of them was like, "Yeah, I can't get jiggy with that shit. This shit, I don't even know what the fuck that shit is." Like, you know what I mean? Because these cats is playing the NBA Young Boys and the drill music and the what I'm saying, they playing. He was like, "Man, I can't get jiggy with that shit." Jason Kelsey was like, "Yeah, man, because I still think Laffy Taffy was a bangers."
Oh man, oh man,
I remember them days when we was playing Laffy Taffy in
yo,
the
that that just fucked my whole head up to even think that like Jason Kelsey played for the Eagles the whole time. So like
right.
to think about niggas in Philadelphia
Laffy Taffy, B.
That shit is hilarious, yo. But the whole thing, the funny shit be like people never and I'll do the intro in a minute. But like on the real, like the shit that bug me out is that people never take into account the same thing they don't think about when they think about colleges. Yeah, this college is in this place. That NFL team or NBA team is in that place, but almost every person that plays for them is from somewhere else, and
Right.
they brought where they from with them too. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think you see the evidence of that in bigger cities that have like multiple sports teams. Like you start, those are the places where you see a wide variance of culture in the cities. But that's because all them players came from somewhere else, and people from where
Right.
they from came, and I mean other people, of course, coming into the cities and shit too. But like you can't deny the impact of sports. Like think about how many sports teams LA got. Like that's crazy. You know what I mean? It's wild. Like I don't even
Yep.
know how they got time for all that, but like whatever. Oh, speaking of LA, you know what I'm saying? Got my man back here. You know what I'm saying? We said it on the last pod. It's Mamba year, so I figured I'd bring him on back to the, you know what I'm saying? Or his bone. Y'all
Nice.
know what it is. Y'all know what it
I was
is.
making sure there wasn't. I'm making sure you didn't have a silhouette of Turioff back there. I was trying to see the number.
Oh shit.
I
Oh
thought
shit.
I was
Not
about to.
sorry, y'all.
I thought it changed.
I might as well get a JR Reed poster, nigga.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh, I'm bugging. My bad, JR. You know I'm a Tar Heel fan. Man, goodness gracious, but I had to do that. Yeah, y'all know what it is, man. Welcome to All Purpose Sport. You know, we potting for the sport of it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Yeah, just like that. Buzzer beater shit. You know what I'm talking about? Of course, I got my man Jay Bond representing from the 336. What's good, family?
Hey, what's good, man? Hey, I already sent the warning out to all the wives, significant others, partners, girlfriends, whatever, pets. It's playoff weekend. Thank you for your support.
Facts. Ooh, you feel me? Hey, they
Thank you
bad
for
like
your
they know.
support.
Now see, I got a strange paradox going on tomorrow though. Cause tomorrow now I feel like the big dog games is tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But tomorrow's also my anniversary. So I'm gonna have to catch the replay. So I'm gonna have to not look at no
See,
scores or nothing until
it's not. That's not fair, right? It's anniversary. See what you just said. Whose anniversary is it?
me and my lady. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your. It's your. It's you said our. It's our
It's
anniversary.
it's our anniversary, yeah.
Sometimes the hour needs to be what the male in the relationship wants to do in comparison to what the lady wants to do, or it could be a little bit of both. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
it's like how
indeed.
Father's Day.
Indeed.
It's like how Father's Day is like, yeah, Dad wants a steak. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But we go all out. You can't even get into a restaurant on Mother's Day.
Oh nah,
Father's
B.
Day.
Nah.
Father's Day
It's
is no wait.
it's open as everywhere on Father's Day. Everywhere. Okay.
Terrible, man.
It
Terrible.
ain't even a line at McDonald's on Father's Day. Like I'm just saying, like
Facts,
that's
facts.
nobody gives a fuck about Father's Day. They're like,
I'm
yeah,
not
what
giving a shit.
I mean, damn, man. So I hope that I wish that they would have the playoffs, the NFL playoffs on Father's Day. Like that would be dope. But
That could
timing
be
just
done.
don't line up like that. But I mean, with it being playoff time, man, like it's already been some wild shit to happen. Like it's already crazy. Like I just want to say to all my Dallas Cowboy fans and Philadelphia Eagle fans, I don't want to hear y'all like, yeah, y'all was there, but the way it looked, you could have not been, and it really wouldn't have mattered. Like you could have stayed home and lost like that. That's all I'm saying.
You could have saved your gas money. You could have saved all the extra shit that came with it, and
Yeah.
y'all just could have chilled on the couch with my Giants and the
I mean,
Commanders and sit home with the division. So
yeah.
yeah, that's
I
all.
promise
That's
you,
all.
My Raiders was kicked back with their feet up on the table in front of the big screen. Like, why? Y'all could have just came. It's plenty of room. Y'all could have came and kicked it with us. You know what I'm
Them niggas,
saying?
them
But
niggas, them niggas was sitting in front of a slot machine. B.
no bullshit. You
They
know
ain't
that.
sitting in front of TV. They
Oh
on the slot.
shit. You know that. Oh man, they got the big screen TVs in the casino. They ain't even gotta get. They ain't even gotta
Right,
run up on it. They can do what they doing and see the score from over here. Shit.
right.
But I mean, were you shocked about the Cowboys loss?
Um, I was shocked. I was shocked at how they lost. I was shocked at how they lost. I thought if the Cowboys did have an opportunity to go further in the playoffs, this was going to be that year. Um, Green Bay is always like that. I don't know, that dark horse. When I'm in the mix, I'm in the mix. But Justin Love, for the first time all season, actually looked like Aaron Rodgers to me.
Boy,
So
he ever.
from his form, the way he was throwing without getting set, the way he was throwing off his back foot, it was just a lot. I was like, damn, it's a lot of. He looked like number 12 back there. So all that time, I think he sit back because I have in my family, I got Green Bay Packers fans too. One thing about Virginia, it was a mixture of Commanders, Cowboys, Steelers, and Packers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of the Brett Favre era. I know my sister's a Pack. I got a sister that's a Packers fan. I got an uncle that's a Packers fan. His whole basement looks like Lambeau Field. And I think he actually got some shares in ownership. Very small. But you know what I'm saying? It's something that he treasures, and he's a part of the ownership of the Packers. But it's I was shocked at how badly they lost. I was over with Boone's, we was watching the game, and he was happy as shit. I was like, yo, bro, don't get too happy. Because y'all coming up. Don't get too happy. But yeah, I was shocked at how they just came in and McCarthy did get out coached. And the players on the field got outplayed. So I can't just blame McCarthy. I think LaFleur came in with a brilliant game plan. I think the defense was playing lights out for the most part at the beginning, with causing turnovers, and Justin Love was just playing out his mind.
Man, I heard James Jones say, for those of y'all who don't know, James Jones is a former Green Bay Packer wide receiver. One year he led the NFL in receiving touchdowns. He was actually pretty good. He played for my Raiders too, so you know what I'm saying? James Jones was pretty good. I heard him say the Green Bay Packers have been, because as a former player and now being an analyst, he spends a lot of time in the building. And he was like, yo, the funny thing is, the formation they was in, you ask yourself how Stephon Gilmore and the rest of the Dallas Cowboys defensive backs left them so wide open on some of those plays. I'll tell you how. Because in those formations they ran those plays out of all year, they've been running a completely different thing. And they were waiting for that. And because they were waiting for that, they were wide open. And I was like, yo. Matt LaFleur, man, I don't think Matt LaFleur get enough credit. I've watched Green Bay's offense off and on all year long, and I mostly was doing it because I was interested in seeing what Jordan Love looked like. I was like, okay, let's see what this brother do. Like they literally let, in my opinion, probably the most, who I think is the best quarterback that I've seen so far. You know what I'm saying?
Who that? Who?
Aaron Rodgers. As far as talent wise. And actually, let me say this. I take that back. As far as traditional quarterbacks go, I put him at number one as far as pocket quarterbacks go. I have a completely different scope of looking at quarterbacks that do other things that those guys can't do. So
that more than the Sheriff? More than Peyton Manning?
You know what? Thank you. Because Peyton Manning is actually number one on that list. Aaron Rodgers is number two. Peyton Manning is number one because his brain put him at number one for me. Because I watched him go up to the line and be like, yo, don't do that. Do this. You do that. No. The other one. Yeah, that one right there. I got you. That ain't even a play. I'm just telling you what to run.
And correct me if I'm wrong, 2-7. What I've noticed is, especially in these here playoffs, and also, as I'm noticing, I think it might have also been some part of the demise of the Eagles. What DBs ain't pressing
at all.
It's like they scared to press. Like, come on, yo, get up. What y'all scared? What y'all scared of? I've never played DB. I've never played DB. I didn't play collegiate sports. I played in high school. I was a tight end in high school, and I'm just like wondering, like, I know you play receiver. Why these DBs ain't pressing? Like the Deons and and then, these guys of, what I'm saying, of that era, like that gauntlet of DBs that the receivers in the 90s and early in 2000s had to go through. You know what I mean? What's up with
Champ
that?
Bailey, Daryl Green.
Champ Bailey.
Yeah, bro. Oh my God, bro. Yeah. I think part of the problem is I noticed this. It's only a few corners who will literally Jalen Ramsey will do it. Um Stephon Gilmore do it. Tre'Davious White will do it. There's usually just one guy on each team who will really get up in your face. And I think a big part of the problem is, and I was having this conversation with somebody the other day because we were talking about the GOAT wide receiver thing, and I was like, as much as I know who I think the best wide receiver ever is, I can't take away from the way that these guys have developed over time. The way these receivers play now is not the way that we played wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some different shit going on. There's a lot of short screens and smoke screens and quick cut. Here, a 2 yard route, and you got to turn it into something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we had some of that, but it wasn't as much of it. And so now you almost, I guess I almost feel bad for the corners because hey, these receivers really got y'all number right now. You know what I'm saying? They really got
Right.
y'all number. So I think they playing a lot more zone. I think a lot of defensive coordinators are calling more zone to protect their corners because 3, 4 wide receivers out there, safeties ain't a lot of safeties can't cover a wide out. You know what I'm saying?
So who your
So
top? So who your top three? I'm trying to conjure up something. Who are your top three receivers? I know this is kind of off brand,
top
off
three
subject.
receivers all time.
Yeah.
Uh, my top three all time. I got Jerry Rice,
Mm-hmm.
Randy Moss. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
actually number three, I got Terrell Owens. Yeah, I got no,
Interesting.
I
Okay.
got T.O.
I
number
was
three.
wondering the reason why I was asking that is I feel like the GOAT of receivers is the GOAT. I feel like he's the best receiver there's been, but I feel like he's the best receiver not because only of his talent, but because of Steve Walsh, George Seifert, Joe Montana, and Steve Young. So when you talk about T.O., Randy Moss, when you talk about Randy Moss, right? Randy Moss had what? What's my man?
They had
Was his quarterback?
he had Dante Culpepper,
Dante
Randall
Culpepper,
Cunningham.
Randall Cunningham.
Uh, was Brad Johnson there when he was there, or was that prior, or was that
Was it Brian
I can't
Johnson?
remember.
Yeah, just think about it. Like
I
he
think
had all of
Johnson was
these.
there.
Yeah, he had about 6 or 7, probably 5 or 6, and then he ended up with the GOAT with Tom Brady, but they couldn't bring the chip home. Then he had T.O. T.O. had the luxury of Steve Young. He had Garcia. He had
Tony Romo,
yeah, Tony Romo.
Donovan
You know what I'm
McNabb.
saying?
Oh shit, yeah.
Donovan McNabb. Yeah. So I'm just it's just an interesting thing because I think some receivers, like when you think about the Keyshawn Johnsons, who was a beast, but he had bum. I think
Ass quarterback.
his best quarterback might have been Chad Pennington or some shit. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That ain't saying a whole lot.
you got Brandon Marshall that I feel like was also, yeah, Ocho Cinco,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? But
Ocho's
then you
number
think,
4 on my list.
Ocho's number 4. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. But then
he's
I think
crazy.
of GOAT, I'm thinking even GOAT tight ends, you think about Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp played with John Elway. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So,
His whole career,
like,
except for the last 2 years in Baltimore, his whole career he
yep,
played with John
we
Elway.
with the
So like,
Baltimore, he with John
yeah.
Elway. So,
Now
yeah,
I will say
interesting.
this. I think I understand where you're coming from with that. My kickback to that would be this. I don't necessarily think because Joe Montana was good when he first came in, but San Francisco he wasn't great until he got Jerry. Because Jerry gave him a no holds barred. I can throw it to you anytime, no questions asked, and you're gonna get it.
And
If you don't get it, you got a chance every time.
Taylor. Don't forget he had
And John
Taylor.
Taylor, absolutely, absolutely. So
Yeah.
I think when you have that now, the glitch in the matrix to bring it back full circle. Right now, the Dallas Cowboys have a receiver like that, and on the flip side, the Green Bay Packers do not have a defensive back like the ones we're talking about. So CD Lamb should have been eating the whole game. And if he wasn't eating the whole game, Brandon Cooks should have been eating because these guys are not, it's not like you got Darrell Green and Deion Sanders out there. It's not even Darrell Revis and Champ Bailey. None of
Yeah.
that. You should be
Dakota
able to
ain't much
eat.
though. Dak is a I think
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
I feel the Dallas Cowboys, if they would have never moved on from Romo, I think they should have stuck with Romo for a couple more years.
Yes.
and then brought Dak along. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that would have really helped because, you know what I mean? Like, Romo wasn't a bad quarterback. He just in the clutch, you know, playoffs, he was ass. But
Yes.
Romo was a pretty, you know, I hated playing against Romo.
Guess what you just
I
said
hate
though.
playing against Tony Romo. You know what I
Romo is
mean?
Dak. Romo is Dak. Dak is
Yeah,
Romo.
yeah,
Regular season, he
I
go
agree.
crazy.
I agree. I agree. It's about the same. It's just a lot of, you know, I guess with any professional athlete, there's a lot of pressure for success, to be successful in whatever your role is or whatever your city is. But I feel like it's an extra level of pressure when you're playing for a team like the Dallas Cowboys, or if you're playing in the New York market, or if you're playing in the Los Angeles market. I think it's a different level of pressure. It's like, you know,
Oh
you're in
yeah.
the state of Washington. It's a different pressure playing for the Gonzaga Bulldogs in the state of Washington.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I
Yes.
think it's a
Hell yeah.
different pressure. You know, it's different pressure for being, you know, it's going to be a different pressure for the new Alabama coach.
I feel for whoever that is.
The guy that came from Washington.
Oh, he took the job?
Yeah.
I completely stopped paying attention to. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. His life is about to get real difficult.
Yeah.
His
It's
life
about
about
to
to
be
get
real
real
crazy.
difficult. Yeah.
About to be real crazy. You got 2 years, get us a chip, nigga.
Yeah. Or we can
You
run you
got
the
two
fuck
years.
out of here.
But what you got on the docket today, bro? We just out here
Yeah,
chopping
we
the
going
topic.
crazy. Yeah, we going crazy. Now, I mean, actually, we kind of was on point with it though, because I mean, you know, I did want to touch on the Eagles real quick because I feel like they're okay. Wait, before we do that, we brought it up earlier, and it was one of the questions I wanted to ask. Do you think in the long run, just looking at the whole way it played out, is is Dak the problem?
Um, if you ask a Cowboy fan, it depends on which one, they will probably say yes. I feel like it's a combination, man. I think it's a combination. I also feel Jerry Jones is part of the problem. You know, I think
Absolutely.
it's that, it's Jerry Jones. I don't think McCarthy did a good job with the game plan for that last game. They dropped 40 burgers on us, bro. They look unstoppable. They look flawless. They look peewee last week. I'm talking
Yes.
about the final score wasn't indicative of how that game went.
Oh no,
You
not at
feel me?
all.
Like, what was it, 48-32? That was,
Yeah.
that shit could have easily been 48-10. You know
Easy.
what I mean? Like, easily. So I think it's a combination, man. Combo platter. Um I It's so many things that I can say good about the Dallas Cowboys, from an offensive line, a defensive line, uh their cornerback play, even with losing Gil Diggs.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? They DBs got busy this year. They got
Ron
busy.
Landry had six
Yeah,
fucking.
Bland got busy.
Good God.
Uh, was it Curse? The other dude, Curse, he got busy. They were, and then they had the trusty Stephon Gilmore, who could possibly gonna be a Hall of Famer one day. But
Absolutely.
yeah, like, I think it's a combination, man. Like, it's I don't know. I feel sorry for the Cowboys fans. Just to be honest with you, because they go so hard, right?
They
They
do.
go
They do.
so hard.
They do.
They go so hard. It's like going to Vegas and losing all your bread. All of it. Not like, all of it. You lost your whip, you lost your clothes on your back, and you lost your money. And they go hard like that every year. They go
Bro.
hard. And then just be like, damn, here we go again. Here we go.
Bro, that is see, and that's the whole thing. I don't want to say Dak's the problem. However, when I look at I think especially in this particular situation, there was a two-headed problem. One of them, well, three-headed actually, because the defense, for whatever reason, could not stop the Green Bay Packers. So your defense can't stop them. However, you're offering no resistance. So therefore, it becomes even more imperative that your defense stop them. And now the defense is beginning to doubt themselves. So as it's continuing to happen and more points are going on the board and the offense is doing absolutely nothing, now the defense is looking at the offense with the side eye. And the special teams is looking at, the other two. You ain't even putting me in a position to kick a field goal. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? All of that's taking place. The only thing in the eye of that storm that didn't make any sense to me was how Dak Prescott was playing and how they could not run the football to save their fucking life.
Right.
Those two things, you can slow the bleeding by just running the ball. Hand the ball to Tony Pollard since you decided that you wanted to let your jackhammer go and keep the jitterbug. Give him the fucking ball then, and let's see what he got.
I'm gonna
Because
tell you something. I'm gonna tell you some wild shit, bro. Dak Prescott might be the fifth or sixth best black quarterback in the league.
that part, oh God, you ain't lying. That's real shit.
Look,
That's real
look.
shit.
You got Patty Mahomey,
Easy, yeah,
C.J. Stroud,
yes.
Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Um, who else I got? Deshaun Watson.
Absolutely.
Um,
Do you put
shit. I
Kyler
thought.
Murray over him?
Oh no, I thought young boy. If he didn't get hurt, I think they would have made the playoffs. Anthony Richardson
Anthony Richardson? Oh yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, yeah.
and Baker Mayfield. They all better than him.
Hey man, hold up. I've been seeing this going around. Baker Mayfield's black.
Nah, he just be acting black, bro. He just do a lot of black shit, bro. He do a lot of black shit, B.
I seen a meme with that shit, and I was like, huh?
He do, he
This
do
shit-
he do black shit. Baker Mayfield was in Carolina on the scout team playing defensive end against the starting offense
Damn.
when,
Okay.
when he was in Carolina. Yeah, he
Okay.
do black shit,
Okay.
yo. He
Yo,
do
that is
black shit.
wild, bro. Do you put Jalen Hurts over that?
Oh damn, I'm damn. He might be number 7. Yeah, Jalen Hurts is definitely better than Dak Prescott.
Okay. 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 I can see that. What about Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson got hit. I think Russell Wilson got hit by the bug, yo.
What you mean?
I think he got caught up in like I don't think Russell Wilson is completely locked in
I can see that. I can see that.
between the lines. I think it's a lot, and I don't know they personal, but I just know my man keep knocking Shorty up. You know what I'm saying? He renting out Waffle Houses and shit. He renting out whole Waffle Houses and giving up birthday dinners and you know what I mean, and
And we know
yeah,
good and
yeah.
fucking well Russell
I
Wilson
mean,
wouldn't be in no Waffle House if it wasn't for Sierra. So
you know, Pluto is the dysfunctional baby father of the oldest kid. It's a lot, man. It's a
yeah,
lot.
it's a lot of
It's a
shit
lot.
happening. Yeah.
Russell
It's a lot
Wilson
of
gonna
shit.
end up playing for the Falcons though. Let's see how that pan out.
I think he will too, and I hope that does happen. I really hope that does. I personally think after watching him this year, I think he's got something left in the tank if he can just focus.
He
You know what I'm
does.
saying?
He does, bro. He
But
does.
here's the glitch in the matrix going to Atlanta. Sierra's from Atlanta, for one. She's going back into the den of beats. She know everybody.
Yeah,
Future lived there too.
he going to Atlanta. That's Pluto. He going to Pluto. That's
He going to
Pluto
Pluto,
boy.
absolutely. Oh my God, yo, hey, you
That'd be
know
the
what?
greatest storyline ever, yo.
Yes, especially if you go there and ball the fuck out. And he
Fact.
ball the fuck out, and homie be in the stands, and every time he throw a touchdown pass, he just look and be like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Every time,
saying?
every, every time he score a touchdown, they play a future record.
Oh shit. And he danced. Oh, oh. Let's man, I'm bugging. But yeah, you're right. I think there's a I think now, okay, so I heard somebody say something yesterday, and this is on more playoff business. This is Brock Purdy. Somebody said that Brock Purdy was the worst quarterback left in the playoffs. And I couldn't okay, I feel bad to say this out loud, but there was a lady who used to be an exec for the Raiders that said this.
Hold
But
on,
I had
time
to
out. She
think of
said, hold on, repeat that. She said Brock Purdy was or wasn't the worst quarterback?
Brock Purdy is the worst quarterback out of the quarterbacks left in the playoffs. So
Hell no.
I had to think about it. I said, do I think Baker Mayfield's better than Brock Purdy? Nah. Do I think Jared Goff is better than Brock Purdy? Nah, I don't think so. They're close. They're a whole lot closer in my mind than Brock Purdy and Baker Mayfield. Jared Goff is better than people give him credit for, but
Right.
not as good as some people think he is. So, and this is a strange place that he's in. CJ Stroud, we don't know if he's better than Brock Purdy yet. You know what I'm saying? He could fuck around. He could have fucked around and caught lightning in the bottle this year and then fall apart. Who knows? We got to see more. But we saw Brock do this last year for half the season, and we watched him
Right.
do it this year for the whole season, with the exception of those 3 games where he didn't have his left tackle and he didn't have Deebo Samuel. Okay, I don't understand the statement. I'm like, I don't. I'm like, are you, even if you're just talking about talent, I still think he's better than Baker Mayfield. If nobody else on the list, he's at least better than him. So
Put like this: if you put any of the quarterbacks that's in the playoffs in Brock Purdy's shoes, they're gonna also win. I said this shit last year. I was like, yo, I said the way San Francisco offense set up, this shit is plug and play. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You can plug any fucking body in there. He was a third string quarterback. You feel me? Like, you could put, I mean, you could basically put to me with the right amount of practice and understanding who you're working with IU, Deebo Samuels,
mm,
Kittles, and fucking McCaffrey and that offensive line.
mm,
I don't know what to tell you, bro. I mean, I think it's a winning formula. I think Brock Purdy fits the bill. You know, the Garoppolo ain't that good, bro.
trust me, I
You
know.
know that. Yeah, you know that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Trust me, I know.
they
Jeez.
ran for San Fran helped boost his stock. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Hell
But
yeah.
it wasn't Jimmy G. It was fucking all the pieces he had around him.
And
And that
Kyle. Yeah.
and what Kyle did. You know, Kyle
Yeah.
is probably I was having a conversation with somebody. I can't think who, but it was like, yeah, probably the best coach in the game right now is Kyle Shanahan to me. Like I was like, I understand where you're coming from because there are a lot of people that have come from his tree. You know what I'm saying? Now he's built his own tree. It was people coming from his daddy's tree. Now it's coming from his tree. So,
No doubt.
yeah, yeah, man. Like, nah, he's definitely not the worst quarterback in the playoffs. Not in my opinion.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't know that I agree with I'll say this. I don't, as long as Andy Reid's coaching, I don't agree that Kyle Shanahan is the best coach. But that's another conversation though. Okay, so
Yeah,
but we did,
we'll save that for next week.
yeah, no doubt. We did touch on something though that I know we wanted to get to, and I was wondering the same thing, why it was taking the Raiders so long to officially offer Antonio Pierce the job as head coach permanently. Well, not permanently, but you know what I mean. Put it in concrete, make him the actual coach and not the interim. First of all, congratulations, Antonio. Thank you for the energy you brought to the building. Granted, everybody's like, "Oh, it was 5-4. It ain't like he went undefeated." Yeah, but the way we looked was different. Hunter Renfrow caught 81 passes year before last. Since Josh McDaniel was the coach, he hadn't caught 20 balls in 2 seasons, in 1.5 seasons. He finally started getting involved with the offense again when Antonio Pierce took over. When Antonio Pierce took over, we went from number 17 to the number 1 defense in football. Number 1. We got
That
Max
makes sense.
Crosby. Yeah,
That
exactly.
makes
If y'all know anything about
that makes
Antonio
sense.
Pierce, he was a beast.
Facts. Super Bowl champion Antonio Pierce.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you like this. Like I'm kudos to Antonio Pierce. He came through. Black Air Force Ones,
Yeah,
came through
man.
handle business. He had his players bought into his vision, whatever he wanted to do. And I'm happy that he got the job. If he didn't get the job, you notice we hadn't hired a defensive coordinator yet. So I think he was going to be first in line for that gig. But
Oh yeah.
um, you know how you ever bought like some new kicks? And he was like, I don't even know if I fuck with these. And then you wear them out, and people were like, "Oh shit, them shit's fire."
Oh
That's how
yeah.
the Raiders was hand. That's how the Raiders was handling Antonio Pierce because all these other teams was like, asking for interviews. Like we want to interview him for a head coaching job, and they realized that his stock is high. The players was bought in. The players was with
Yes.
the shits when it came to Antonio Pierce, and he trying to build something there. And I think it's a good fit. I think it's a good fit.
Hell
The
yeah.
ghost of our shell, bro. Ghost of our shell, man. Let's go.
Man,
The mix,
yes.
the new mixtape by Seven the Panther, the Ghost of our Shell.
I'm gonna have Antonio Pierce on the cover. I can dig it. Hell yeah. With a Seven the Panther t-shirt. Oh, yeah, but but yo, when you got the best offensive player, Devontae Adams, you got the best defensive player, Max Crosby, both chiming in, hey, we want this guy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Raiders, Mark Davis, if you listen, they also saying they want Josh Jacobs back. Stop playing. I'm sorry.
Real talk though, real talk. Y'all have a I think y'all really got a hidden jewel with the boy from the Carolina boy that played for Georgia, Zeus, the running back.
Mm-hmm.
That boy is gonna be
Mm-hmm.
hell. That
Yes.
boy is gonna be hell. He's
Yes.
humble. He a country boy. He naturally strong. That nigga lift up horses and cows and shit, all that type of shit, yo.
Man, and we got even if we don't go get another quarterback, which some people are assuming we're gonna do. And now I have an interesting scenario playing out in my head because of something that I read the other day, and I'll run it by you in a second. But the beautiful thing about it is, even and God forbid this doesn't happen, but even if we don't re-sign Josh Jacobs, and I'm afraid that if we don't, he's gonna do something like go to Kansas City and we're gonna regret it. But anyway, even if we don't re-sign Josh Jacobs, we got Zeus. We have running backs on the roster who can catch. We had Zamir White went for almost 600 yards in the last 3 games while Josh was out. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So
Facts.
it ain't like the running back position is shot to hell if Josh don't come back.
Right.
However, he just led the NFL in rushing a year ago. Like he's still dope. It's just Josh McDaniels is an idiot. So let's bring him back in the house. But Antonio Pierce deserves to be the coach. He did the job. He did the work. He got everybody fired up. Let that man do his thing. And I feel like we will actually compete in the division. I don't care if Jim Harbaugh goes to San Diego. We will still compete in the division regardless
I
if
agree.
if everybody lock in. We're gonna
But
be good.
because y'all division is so weird, right? Like y'all division would really be the NFC South if Kansas City won't there.
Everybody
No,
else is mad mid this year. No bullshit. Yeah, you're
no,
right.
no, I'm telling you, like y'all division would really be the NFC South if there wasn't a Kansas City because you could easily win your division 9-8
Very true.
without
At
a
least
Kansas City.
this year. At least this year you could have. Like
Yeah,
last year
yeah.
you weren't gonna do that. But like this year, definitely. Hell yeah. I agree. Absolutely. I,
I ain't throwing no shade, bro. I ain't throwing no shade.
Oh no, it's all good, yo. I do want to throw some shade real quick though, and then we can move on. But I want to throw some shade to the Miami Dolphins real quick. Hey man, look, y'all did all that shit all year. Hard knock life in the middle of the season. Um, all that running around in the heat, looking all fast and shit, and untouchable. But then I told everybody, anytime y'all play somebody to punch you in the mouth, you lose because you ain't built to take the punch.
I'm gonna sip my tea. I'm gonna sip my tea.
Y'all ain't built to take the punch. And the biggest thing that surprised me in that game against Kansas City is the person who failed you the most. That's the part that surprised me. You know why? Because Tua might play for the Miami Dolphins, but he also played for the Alabama Crimson Tide. He ain't always playing the heat. He Tyreek Hill came from Kansas City. He ain't always played in the heat, and both of these niggas like they were scared to touch the fucking ball. In defense, I know it was -4 degrees, but you was getting hit. Why was you acting like you ain't want to touch nobody? I watched Patrick Mahomes run for a first down on like 3rd and 8, and when dudes was running up and then just stopping. They didn't want to take the contact. The fuck you scared of? You get paid way
I,
too much money to what the
I ain't gonna
fuck?
hold you, yo. I ain't gonna hold you. We going through a little freeze here in Carolina. It's probably like 26 degrees outside right now, 27, somewhere like that. And I went grocery shopping this morning and I hit my knee on the door of my truck. And I thought that I was gonna have to call the ambulance, bruh. I thought I was gonna have to call the ambulance. And yo, word up. Because the way my knee felt with that
Oh shit.
cold, and so, you're right. They're professional. They get paid millions of dollars to do that shit. As hard as that ground was, how
Whew.
cold it was, yo, it was cold as shit. It was
Bro,
cold as shit out there, boy. But yeah, you're right. You're a pro. You need to I wasn't expecting Miami to win that game. I
oh no.
was not expecting Miami to win. Like we talk about the games last week, I wasn't expecting Miami to win. I didn't know about the Green Bay Dallas game. I had a
Same.
feeling Tampa Bay was going to beat Philly. I also I also had predicted Houston beating Cleveland because I just felt like they hot.
No
They
doubt.
like the hot team. You know what I mean? They like the Cinderella. You always got to have a Cinderella. We never know. We might have two because these games that we got on tap this weekend with the Baltimore, because if Baltimore beats Houston, Baltimore's going to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Um, if Green Bay beats
San Francisco. Oh my God, yeah.
San
Mm.
Francisco,
They out it.
um,
They out it.
I got Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Because my Super Bowl prediction is Detroit, Baltimore, right now.
Mm.
So I don't know.
So
We'll we'll see. We'll see how it pans out.
okay, so you just answered the question I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you who you got this weekend there, but you just said who your Super Bowl picks are. So, okay. Now, I personally had I actually turned around and said to somebody at my job before I walked out the door on Thursday. I said, "Hey, Green Bay is going to beat Dallas." Remember I said that. And I walked out the door. And I left it at that. And everybody's laughing. Ha ha ha, you so funny. Da, da, da. I came back to work that Monday after the football game. And I walked in the door and it was just like, what I tell you? I picked them to
Told you
win.
so.
I picked the Texans to win. I did, however, pick Philadelphia to beat Tampa Bay. And I thought that Philadelphia would beat Tampa Bay simply because I thought that if nothing else, Philadelphia's defense would finally wake up and put pressure on Baker Mayfield. And I know that's how you beat him. And they weren't able to do it. Weirdest part of all, Philly, you played like shit. And Mike Evans and Chris Godwin didn't even beat you. It was some other guy. Some
Right,
other guy.
right,
Just some guy.
right.
I don't know who he was.
They couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop the run neither. You know what I mean?
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
They couldn't stop the run, so that opened it up. That
Man,
opened it up.
that's
Yo,
crazy.
they asked my man Todd Bowles. It's probably the most I'd have heard him talk. They asked him, so it was like, how you getting your team prepared for the temperatures of Detroit and playing in such conditions of Detroit? And he had this look on his face like, bitch, you didn't realize that Detroit been playing in a dome for the past 50 years?
I saw
And
that. Yeah,
we're gonna be outside like 15 seconds. We'll be all right.
yeah,
Next
we'll
question.
be inside, dog. Next question.
Yeah, yeah, that shit was funny as
Yo,
hell, yo.
that shit. Yeah, man, I fuck with Todd Bowles heavy, man. I be watching him. Just the way he answer questions, he just be like, man. Sometimes he will really like give it to you on some, bro. That was the dumbest shit I ever heard. But he won't say it because he a classy dude. But like, he'll say it without saying it. Like, I love that shit, dog. I love that shit. Um, speaking of coaches, speaking of coaches, it's a lot of open vacancies in coaching right now. I know what you think the worst one is, but tell me what it is and why.
Now, this is all subjective. Um, the worst coach opening is easily the South Carolina Panthers. Okay. No, the Carolina stop. The Carolina Panthers, bro. They are easily the just because. All right, first of all, you got an ass head as an owner. That's number one. Number two,
Yes.
they gave up so much collateral to pick Bryce Young and was not concerned about the pieces around Bryce Young. I think believe me, if I was the one to be considered, I would take the Carolina Panthers job because I want that millions of year salary. That's going to help my family for years and years and years to come. But it is the most probably uphill battle out of all of the coaching vacancies, in my opinion, just because they are in a complete rebuild.
Oh
They
yeah.
are in a complete rebuild, rebrand. Because I'm gonna tell you what's funny about being here. You see so much footage of what Carolina was in 2015. When Cam had the city and the state on fire
Oh yeah.
in comparison to now, where you can't even practically give away tickets. It's really disturbing. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're playing a team that has a huge following, like, the stadium gonna be packed out when the Giants come to town next year. I'm gonna be
Oh
there.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be packed out when the Cowboys come to town, or when the Steelers or the Green Bay, the people that got the teams that got the national following.
No doubt.
So Um, but yeah, that's the worst job opening there could be. Give me 1 second, bro. Keep on with the dialogue. I'll be right back.
No doubt. Yeah, I think the Carolina Panthers job is probably, in my personal opinion, the Carolina Panthers job is a nightmare. You got a young quarterback who's taking so much punishment, and you don't know how much damage was done in the process and how much you're gonna have to undo. Um, they had no running game. I mean, Chuba Hubbard's pretty good. So they do have the potential to have a running game. They need to upgrade the offensive line. You got to give Bryce Young time to throw the ball. He needs more targets to throw the ball to. Adam Thielen is cool, but Adam Thielen is gonna be. I mean, I don't even remember how old he is. I mean, not that I'm gonna hold that against him, but I'm just saying, like, there are very few Jerry Rices or Tim Browns in the world that can play that long at wide receiver. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
hold on. You said something about Tim Brown?
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. That's my guy, man. That's my guy.
What was your
Yeah,
question? I think you had a question about Tim Brown for us
no doubt.
tonight.
Hell yeah, no doubt. Oh yeah, before I dive into that, I agree that that's the worst. I think the Chargers job is right behind it. Absolutely. Um, Only because I think Justin Herbert might be fooling everybody right now. So
Overrated.
yeah, I think he's fooling everybody right now.
Overrated.
I feel the same way about Caleb Williams, but we ain't got to talk about that right now. I did have a question because we were talking about wide receivers early, and I started to ask it then. But um, if you had to choose, there's two wide receivers on the board, and you're making this selection in hindsight because their careers have already been played, so you know what it looked like. Torrey Holt or Tim Brown?
So, all right. So, a couple. Oh, damn. That's rough, bro. I'm gonna tell you. Torrey Holt went to the same high school as my wife. She actually went to high school with his brother.
No doubt.
The one
Terrence.
he ended up. Yep, he went to the league too. Um, and so he's from this area. He's from right up the road.
No doubt.
Um, Torrey Holt was a beast, yo. Torrey Holt was a beast. I'm gonna tell you
Yes.
one of the things also I liked about Torrey Holt. Now you talking about between the lines. One thing that people don't realize about Torrey Holt. Torrey Holt is super hip hop. Torrey
Oh
Holt
wow.
was in. Torrey Holt was a huge supporter of Jamla. When Knife first established that label, so you'll see Torrey Holt in a lot of the early Rhapsody videos. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
true
He'll be,
indeed.
yeah, he will be, he'd be in the mix. Timmy Brown, though. Timmy Brown, Notre Dame,
Yes, indeed.
played his entire. Did he play his entire career with the Raiders?
All of it. All of it.
How many
Yes.
years?
I want to say.
10, something
I
like
want to
that.
say. Oh no, it was more than that. Because when he retired, he was 37. I think. Let me double check that. I might be wrong. I
And
might
was
be
Tim
wrong.
Brown playing with the Raiders in the fumble rule game, the tuck rule game?
Yes, Tim Brown was playing for us then. Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that shit was crazy. In the snow, that shit was crazy.
Man.
Um, but yeah, I don't
Oh,
know. That's hard, bro. What?
I forgot. He did play that his very last year. He played for Tampa Bay. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Okay,
Very
okay.
last year he played for Tampa
Torrey Holt played his whole career with the Rams, though, right?
Yes, Torrio. Yeah, I wish he would have came to. I wanted him to come to the Raiders so bad.
I'm going just because I don't know the greatest show on turf. Damn, the greatest show on turf, yo.
Hold up. No,
What
no,
you
no, no,
at?
no,
What
no,
you at?
no. He didn't because he ended up. He went to. I know his last year he played for New England. Torrey Holt did, and before that he
Oh
was
wow.
in. He went to Jacksonville for a year. Yeah, Jacksonville for a year,
Okay,
then New England
okay.
for a year. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
I don't know. I would take. I don't know, man. That's rough, man. Because I'm thinking about Torrey Holt, greatest show on turf, Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk, Isaac Bruce. That shit was crazy.
Man,
that,
yes,
that shit was crazy, yo.
yes. But I
I
mean,
don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one, bro. That's a tough one for me. I don't know. I go
I
either
think
way. I eeny, meeny, miny, mo that shit.
I feel you. I think I'm taking. it's gonna sound like bias because I'm a Raiders fan, but it's really not. I think I'm gonna take Tim. I take Tim for a very specific reason though. I think when I look at the intricacies of the position and like just doing the little things in route running. Torrey Holt was a good route runner. Tim Brown was a great route runner. There's a difference. Torrey at the beginning of his career, Tim Brown got by with his speed in a lot of situations because he was faster than a lot of people. As he got older, you watched him turn into Mr. Precision. Yeah, I used to be able to beat you on this post because I was faster. Now I'm gonna get you out of position because I know how to do that. And now this cut is gonna get me open, like because I can't run past you like I used to. I think I wish Torrey's career had been a little longer. Um, but I know a lot of that had to do with just the wear and tear on the body, and I get it because he caught a lot of passes. So I think if I boil it down to that, I'm taking Tim, but you can't go wrong either way. Both of them are absolutely astonishing, like absolutely astonishing. So,
You can't,
um,
bro. You can't.
man, the greatest show on turf to me changed what I believe the offense in the NFL could look like against NFL defenses. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, and since you brought him up real quick before we skip to the next thing, I just want to salute Marshall Faulk because I absolutely positively feel like if I had never seen Barry Sanders play football, you would be my favorite running back ever. He could do everything. Everything. That man, good guy. That dude.
He's definitely, when people start talking about the greatest running backs of all time, he's definitely up there.
Yes.
I mean, I would take a Marshall Faulk over an Emmitt Smith.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
um, so yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Big shouts to Marshall Faulk, bro.
So here's my question then, but and I want to go to I definitely want to go to get some NBA talking too, but
Okay.
um if with you saying that, where do you place Eric Dickerson with running backs? Because I have my own theory about him, but a lot of people don't agree with me. So I'm like, but I'm like, I mean, yeah, he's good, great even, but
I'm thinking about, and I'm gonna only just talk about the running backs that I've seen. So I can't really talk about OJ. I can't talk about Jim Brown. I can't talk about Gale Sayers because I really, I only seen highlights. I can see their
right,
stats, and I know they were super beasts. But yeah, you gotta. I think about, and this is like in any order. The running backs of my era of watching football. If I had to name 10 off the top of my head, that's like top of the top. It would be Marshall Faulk. It'd be Walter Payton.
hmm
Um, it will be um, damn. Oh God,
yeah,
I'm just getting a brain fart. It will be them. It'd be okay. Marshall Faulk, Walter Payton, Barry Sanders,
oh yeah,
um, Eric Dickerson.
okay,
He is one. He is one of them ones. It'll be Edgerrin James. It will be
mm,
damn boy. It's so many that's
James.
popping in my head right now that I can't even put. Oh, it'll be Beast Mode. It'll be Marshawn Lynch.
Oh hell yeah, absolutely.
Um, it would also be, it's a lot of other ones. I'm not even naming any Giants. Uh,
LaDainian
but
Thomas.
LT, it'd be LaDainian Thompson. Yep, for sure, for sure. So
Yeah,
I'm thinking about my era, and Eric Dickerson is like, when it comes to that list, he's like when I first started watching football.
yeah,
You know
no
what I
doubt.
mean? With the
Yeah,
goggles and the Jerry curl and the headband.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm
The
saying?
AC Green of the Rams. Hell yeah.
Word up. I mean, I'm thinking about my running Eddie George. Eddie George is a running
Ooh.
back that I really rock with when I really got into football and watching sports like that. I was a real big Eddie George fan.
Mhm.
Who else?
Shoot,
Oh
it's
man, I'm leaving so many people out, man. But yeah,
oh
yeah.
man, that's yeah. Terrell Davis, yeah, crazy, crazy.
See the difference.
Man,
See, back in those days, it didn't matter. I feel like Terrell Davis is almost like I think you could have plugged in any running back with that offensive line that he had. at the Broncos, because that was one of the things that the Denver Broncos were known for. They were known for great offensive lines. Like, and that's
Churning
something
out
we could
1,000-yard
talk about.
rushes.
All
Yeah,
right.
they be
Yep.
churning out
We got
1,000-yard rushes
oh,
over
one more
there.
second, bro. I apologize for the interruptions, man. Give me a
Oh no, you
second,
good,
man.
bro. You good. Yeah, no, you good.
One second.
That's it. Yeah, that's shit. The Denver Broncos offensive line was. I look at that the same way I look at the Dallas Cowboys. With Emmitt Smith, and the reason why Emmitt Smith is not so high on my running back list, and that's not to take away from his talent or what he's able to do. It's just that I feel like if you would put almost anybody behind that offensive line, the story goes the same. You know what I'm saying? But however, I don't think that a lot of people say if you put Barry Sanders behind that line, oh my goodness. But I'm like, nah. Barry Sanders almost benefited from not having a good offensive line because it allowed him to do what made him great. The things that we consider Barry Sanders great for, he did those things because his offensive line was bad. If the offensive line was great and he had huge holes to run through like Emmitt Smith, I don't know if we see all of those. I mean, mind you, yeah, he did a lot of it at the second level and to defensive backs too, but I don't know. I don't know. Eh, I don't have Terrell Davis extremely high on my list. I have Barry Sanders, Walter Payton, Marshall Faulk. And that's not in order, except Barry Sanders at number one. Um, I also have LaDainian Tomlinson really high on the list. Um, Jamal Anderson, before the injuries, was pretty high on my list. Um, somebody I'm forgetting. I think Chris Johnson from the Titans. CJ2K, he's definitely on the list. Shit, man. I don't know. Uh,
I'm back, yo. My bad. My bad.
oh no, you good, you good. Damn, I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I don't know, man. Oh man, it's been a gang of one-hit wonders, especially at running back. So I do want to salute Deshaun Foster too. He was probably one of my favorite Carolina Panther running backs. I just hate that he kept hurt so much. But yeah, he was pretty good.
Yeah,
He was
Deshaun
pretty
Foster
good.
was a beast. What was my other guy? D'Angelo.
Oh yeah, D'Angelo Williams. Yeah, D'Angelo Williams. Yeah,
D'Angelo
yeah,
Williams. D'Angelo
yeah.
Williams. He was nice.
Ooh.
But I think my favorite Carolina running back for the Panthers probably was Stephen Davis.
I can see that. Hell yeah, Stephen Davis. Jonathan Stewart was one of mine, but I'm an Oregon fan, so I'm a little
They
biased.
had four running backs.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, Biaka Batuka was dope when he was healthy. Like they
He
kept,
took
they
it.
keep. Oh, Fred Lane. Oh my goodness. If he ain't got killed, yo, that dude he was like a
Yeah.
ping pong ball on the on the field,
Yeah.
bang, bang, bouncing off niggas, yo. Oh my goodness, yeah. Carolina's had
Fred
some
Taylor,
crazy running backs.
Fred Taylor was nice too with Jacksonville.
Oh yes, hell yeah. Oh, I'm glad you said Fred Taylor because that Maurice Jones-Drew also dope. Golly, man, yeah, it's been some really great run, and I feel like Christian McCaffrey is working his way up that list every
Oh
season that
no,
he continues to do what
he
he's doing right
nasty.
now. Yeah,
He
he's crazy.
nasty.
A white running back. I never thought I'd see the day that this would happen again, but yeah, yeah. It
He
kind of reminded me
nasty.
of when Jason Sehorn was playing. I was like, yo,
Woo!
how does white
DB.
boy cover
One
him?
of, yep. Jason Sehorn, DB, G-Man.
That shit was wild, bro. I was like, yo, who was this dude? What is he doing? He plays corner and he's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Lynch was like that too at safety though. Lynch playing
Oh
safety
yeah.
was a monster.
As a matter of fact, I was talking to a guy at my job the other day. We were talking about that era of safeties when you had Steve Atwater and Ronnie Lott and um Kenny Easley for the Seahawks and like all of the big the safeties that'll knock your wig loose. You know what I'm saying? Rod Woodson, then Ed Reed came along, they whole class. Like it just
Right.
man, it was a point in time where the safeties was dangerous and they would take your whole head off your
Palomalu.
shoulder.
Yeah,
Woo!
Palomalu. You know what I mean? Like Troy Palomalu.
Mm,
Um, even rest in peace. My guy that played for the Skins for a short stint.
Sean Taylor, yes, sir.
Sean Taylor was a monster.
Ooh.
Sean
Yeah,
Taylor was
man.
a freaking monster, bro.
Oh, I love that dude, bro. Rest in peace, brother. Hey, yeah, man. Look, I gotta switch gears right now because I'm pretty concerned about something. We won the in-season tournament. Everything was all Guns and Roses. Since the in-season tournament, we are 20-22. Well, no, not since, that's overall, but we won the in-season tournament just to be below 500, and like if the playoffs started today, we wouldn't even be in the play-in. So we had this conversation previously, and I'm not going to take it back there. But it's a couple of things that are standing out to me as problematic about this current iteration of the Lakers.
Do tell, do tell.
One of them is Darvin Ham needs to go.
Oh,
He's got to go.
God.
He has to go.
Y'all are brutal, man. Y'all are brutal,
He has
man.
to go.
Y'all brutal. Y'all so brutal. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But
Go ahead.
well, he hasn't proven himself capable of making the adjustments necessary to turn things around when it's not going well. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like, oh, I know you. I know you can play. I trust you. Yeah, just fix it. No. Fuck that. I'm the coach. Timeout. Sit your ass down. You get in the game. Come on. Let's switch this up. Let's see what's happening. He doesn't do that. He just, and I understand allowing people to play through bad times, but at a point you got to pull the plug. That's one. Two, I'm going to say something that every single person that I know who is a huge lifelong supporter of this gentleman is going to think is the greatest amount of hate they have ever heard, and I do not care. LeBron James needs to go away. This is
He
why I
said,
say
hold
that.
on, hold on. Talk about this man said LeBron James needs to go away.
You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. And it
Yo,
was
go ahead, bro.
it took a non-Laker fan to point out to me why that is though, because at first I didn't agree with him, and I was like, no, you bugging. He said, just watch. Every time they pass the ball to LeBron, everything stops. I was like, nah. Then I started watching, and sure enough, 80% of the time they pass the ball to LeBron James, they pass it to him, and everything stops because they know he's going to shoot the ball. There's no doubt about it. He's going to
Right.
shoot it. So just let him do what he's going to do and get ready for the rebound.
Right. LeBron James is going to be one or two things. He's going to either be a distraction or he's going to be an attraction. The reason why the Lakers are retaining LeBron James because his level of attraction, money that comes in because of LeBron, whenever they travel, whatever,
Yeah.
anything LeBron. But I feel like right now it is more of a distraction for your organization because, like you said, LeBron get the ball, people just stand there. You know what I'm saying? People don't go watch the Lakers play. They go watch LeBron play because they don't know how much longer they don't know how much longer they're gonna get to watch LeBron play.
That
You feel what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying. I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm not a Lakers hater though, but I understand where you're coming from and I understand your concerns, and they're all valid. But you're not gonna give Darvin Ham. You gonna Frank Reich, Darvin Ham be?
Get him the fuck out of here. He can go.
He
Get him
said
the
he
fuck
needs to
out of here.
go. LeBron needs to
Away.
go away. I don't care where he go. He needs to get the fuck away from us.
Yo, and this the fucked up part, man. Like I really was rooting for Darvin Ham because I used to play with him on NBA Live and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like in NBA early 2K. Like I used to play with him when he played for Pause. That shit sound crazy. But yeah, I used to, you know what I'm saying? And I was like,
Woo!
yeah, man, Darvin Ham, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? And everything seemed like it was off to a good start last year. I mean, not really because the first half of the year we were still terrible, but then they switched up gears, and then we brought in some other pieces and things started turning around. And I attributed some of that to him. But the more I observed this season as it progresses, I gave him way too much credit for that. That was really the players coming in and them deciding that they were going to do something other than what had been taking place already. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate LeBron James for who and what he is and what he has been for the entirety of his career. I could never take that away from him. Like I said, I'm not a LeBron hater. I've never been that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just more of a supporter of that guy, but that's beside the point. Um, so I appreciate LeBron. And I appreciate his basketball IQ and all of that. But the problem is the thing that people give him the most praise for, I'm not seeing it. And that's what's taking, and I feel like that's killing my team right now. I'm not seeing your basketball IQ right now. You're averaging the lowest amount of assists you've averaged in a stretch since the end season tournament that you've ever averaged in that stretch. And that's one of the strengths of your game, setting your other players up. You know what I'm saying?
I think kind of going back to the Russell Wilson, I think also LeBron is dealing with distractions himself with what he's dealing with his son. And, you got the middle boy that's about to come out and he's about to make waves. And when you get to the point where you got your teenage kids making millions of dollars, they ain't even hit the professionals yet. I mean, that's something to be happy. This wealthy people problems. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that's like. You know what I mean? I can't even come close to what that's like. But I think they're gonna end up. I think the Lakers are still gonna end up making the playoffs when it's all said and done. I think they're gonna end up making the playoffs. Now I don't know what they're gonna do once they get there, but I think the Lakers will still make the playoffs.
I'm afraid that if we don't do something soon, and that's the part that's just troubling. Everybody that wants to make a deal with us for something that could help us wants to take something that we need very badly. Like they all want Austin Reeves, and they can't have it. So like, at first I was like, keep Rui, keep Rui, keep Rui, until I dug deeper into the numbers and realized Rui doesn't do anything. If he gets the ball and he dribbles it two times, he's gonna shoot it. There's no question about it.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't pass the ball. He doesn't. He does get rebounds, but that's about where it ends. He doesn't even really try on defense this year. So I was like, okay, Rui, you can have D'Angelo Russell as much as I love watching him breaking people's ankles. You can have him. But you cannot have Austin Reeves, and everybody wants him. So that's out like 3 strikes. But I do hope we either get Zach LaVine or DeJounte Murray. I want one of the two. I wish that we would re-sign Dwight Howard despite all of the weird shit going on with him right now. You'll be in LA, fits in just fine. Don't worry about
it. Yeah, he'd be perfect. He'd be perfect for Los Angeles.
You know what I mean? Exactly. So, I'm hoping that be the case, man. But as of right now, we are crashing and burning very quickly, and I blame LeBron, Darvin Ham, and I can't even blame Anthony Davis. I can't blame Anthony Davis. He's playing his ass off right now. Like, so I don't know, man. I'm hoping that we find a way to turn it around. I hope. Now I know you said
I blame Magic, Kareem, and Kurt Rambis. Y'all Lakers fans spoiled, B. Y'all spoiled. Y'all too used to winning. Y'all too used to winning this shit all the time.
I'm just saying, man. Like it's okay. Check it. I tell you what. This is what I'm gonna do. For the next 10 games, I'm gonna track how Darvin Ham's coaching, how LeBron's playing.
Okay.
But with that should be at least 2 pods from now. So like within 2 pods, I'm gonna bring it back to the table and say, okay, since we had that conversation on the 3rd pod, this is what happened. You know what I'm saying? And I can almost guarantee you that they're gonna prove my case without me having to sell it too hard. So, yeah. All right. So before we wrap, Houston, Baltimore, who you got?
Can I say something? If it's, I want to say it like this: if it's close going into half, I'm going Houston.
Okay.
But if Houston is up at half, I'm going Houston. But 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 really, my heart of hearts is going Baltimore.
Okay. Okay.
So remember that. If Houston is up at half, I'm going Houston.
Okay. If Houston's up at half, you go Houston, but overall it's Baltimore. I got you. Okay. Green Bay, I'm taking Baltimore. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I just think at the moment Lamar Jackson is just too much better than everybody else.
He's him. He's him.
Yeah, no doubt. Green Bay, San Fran, who you got?
I'm going Green Bay. Kind of. I'm going underdog alert. Underdog alert. I'm going Green Bay. They hot. They've been playing ball. San Fran ain't played in a minute. And kind of like Houston, I feel like when you got teams playing with house money, yo, I, whatever. We about to go out. I'm about to break limbs. I don't care. I'm about to go
Nobody,
all out.
nobody expect us to win. Let's just go do what we do. Fuck it.
Yep,
Okay,
yep. Let's go. Let's
I
go.
feel that. I feel that. I think San Francisco's defense is just too good. So I'm taking San Fran. I think that what Green Bay did to Dallas, they can't do to San Francisco. So they're gonna have to find another way to do it. Yeah, Aaron Jones is not going to find those wide open running lanes against San Francisco that he had against Dallas. Tampa Bay, Detroit. I think I know the answer to this one already.
Yeah, I'm going to be Rabbit. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go be Rabbit on this one.
No
I'm
doubt.
going. I'm going with Detroit, Rock City, baby.
No doubt. I think we both 8 miling on that one. Okay. KC Buffalo. That's the big one. That's the big one.
I think Kansas City's run is ending here. I'm
Wow,
going
really?
Buffalo. Going
Okay.
Buffalo.
Okay. Oh man. All right. I'm gonna keep the black quarterback train moving. I got KC by a field goal. Yeah.
We
It's
can
gonna be
easily
it's,
say Patrick Mahomes is the least of the blackest quarterbacks. Is the least black
he's the
of the
least
black
black
quarterbacks.
quarterback, yeah, no doubt.
Is that now his daddy? Now his daddy is replacing carburetor with a Salem in his mouth black.
That he's niggeronymous, indeed.
In the book of
Hey,
Niggeronomy.
you feel me? Hey, you ain't
I'm
never
the
lie.
narrator. I'm the narrator. I'm about to smooth this Philly blood.
Oh shit! I
I'm
can
about
see
to
him
smooth
hanging
this
out with
Philly
Shannon
blood.
Sharp somewhere.
And
Black and
why my
Miles and
son
Hennessy
kick
all
y'all
around.
ass again?
What my phone? Oh shit, bro! Don't get me started. Oh my god, yo, listen. All right, I'm keeping track of all of these predictions to see how we do. See how we do.
Okay. Okay.
I think we're gonna see what. Now, mind you, halftime if Houston up, I'm gonna text you. Be like, all right, I know who you got now.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm
Oh
here.
shit, that's what's up, man. Hey, thank you so much, bro. This shit is fun as hell. I appreciate it. I really wish Ian Mojo talked sports, but hey, it's all right. That gave us a chance to do this. Oh,
Right.
I got some fly shit that I'm working on for us to do. And I know you talking about bringing some people through. I got some surprises up my sleeve too. We'll talk about that later. Yo, Mamba, thank you, bro. Y'all know what time it is. All Purpose Podcast. My man Jay Bond representing the 336. I am 7 the Panther representing the 253. You already know. A&T and SU in the building all the time. On behalf of the whole Panther Politix Network, thank y'all for tuning
Peace.
in. All right.
All
We'll
right.
catch y'all on the flip.